Hello. I wanted to go over the final step in our line drawing unit, which is our quadrant drawings. You should be or should have already made your reference picture selection and uploaded it with the grid lines to Google Classroom for me to check. After you've done that, then you can do what I'm going to explain for you in this video. You can see on my screen, I have the Scaling Up SID worksheet up here as an example of what you should have done for that assignment. Okay, this was our middle exercise in learning how to use quadrants to create a drawing. So there's Scaling Up SID. Okay, here's the worksheet that you guys did, and then what you should have done with your drawing. Okay, so the next step is to make a larger four-part quadrant drawing as your final project, and this is the drawing you're going to make from the reference image that I just had you choose. I am also going to make available to you these reference images that I am using so that you can choose to use those if you want to. Okay, I don't want you to worry about the sizing here because normally at school I would have given you the reference at 4 by 5 inches, and I would have given you a piece of paper that was 10 by 12 inches. So you don't really have to worry about the sizing. Just use a regular sheet of sketchbook paper that you have at home. Okay, so don't worry about all that sizing stuff. Your reference image is either going to be printed out if you have a printer, or you're going to be working from a computer screen, so there's not really a ton of way for you to make it 4 by 5 inches. So don't worry about those things. But basically what's going to happen is you're going to take your reference image here, and you're going to draw it as exactly as possible on your paper. Okay, so something that I'd like for you to do to set up is to make a cover sheet for your reference image. This is going to help you to block out all the other quadrants while you are drawing. You do this just by taking a sheet of paper the same size as your reference image and folding it in half vertically and in half horizontally. You can see if you look here, there's a fold line here and there's a fold line there. And all you do after that is just cut out one of the quadrants so that the other three will block your image as you're drawing. Okay, so when you're drawing this quadrant here, everything else is blocked so that you can just focus on what's there in the image. Okay, so reference folded into 4 parts and covered with the extra piece of paper with one quadrant cut out. Okay, this will be very helpful to you. And then to set up your piece of paper, your sketchbook paper, you're going to measure halfway from the top and draw a line, and halfway from the side and draw a line as well. Those lines should be very light so that you can erase them when you're finished. Okay, so the same quadrants that you have on your reference image that you did in Google Docs, you're going to draw them with pencil on your final image paper. Okay, you don't have to worry about creating a border on your page. If you want to, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Okay, so the process for this is exactly the same as Scaling Up SID worksheet, using the quadrants as a guideline to help you scale up the reference. Okay, your drawing should be bigger than your reference image, but again, don't worry about exact sizing. Okay, the largest portion of your grade is attention to line quality. So that means, I'm going to go back a slide, okay? That means that the line quality that's here in your reference image should be the same as the line quality that is in your drawing, which means that if you have nice, solid, thick lines in some areas, that's how your lines should look. If your reference image is sketchy, then your line should be sketchy. If they're solid and graphic, then your line should be solid and graphic. Okay, so I want you to make sure that these are accurate and that the line quality is perfect. Okay, so here are some finished examples from other studio art students using the references that I typically provide. In this instance, I'm going to allow you to choose your own if you would like to. Okay, if you have any questions, I want you to reach out to me. The final project will be due on the date that I add into this assignment here. Okay, so this is where this assignment will be where you submit your final project image. All right, guys, good luck.